Hello YouTube and welcome to this clip. I just got home from my little part-time job at training. It's good. You know what? It's a no-brainer job, and that's what I was looking for right now. You know, I just needed to lock. Someone's texted me. I just needed to lock something down and get some, income moving again. Anyway, I'm gonna fix a salad. I've never tried this one before. It's a chopped salad. It looks really good. I got this at Walmart. It is Market Side is the name. So let's see. I've got some chicken in the oven. I am gonna try, I did get a chopped Caesar salad. I wanna try one of those, I hope it's chopped. Yes. I wanna try one of those chicken Caesar wraps, but chopped chicken Caesar wraps. Looks nice and fresh. The thing about chopped salad is they chop it all up to the point, and I like it that it has cabbage in it. You know, cabbage is really good for you. But you don't have a lot of those butts, or bones, or lettuce bones. I call them butts. Let's see. Creamy gorgonzola dressing. Let's see if I like it. So what I do, I just, even though it is a salad kit, and it comes with everything you need, I just like to gussy it a little bit. Let's see if I can move this down. And this is just some Maldon salt. Okay. And I like, because of course this is what makes the salad bad, right? The dressing. So I like to just add just a little olive oil, just a little drizzy drizz. Then it's blackberry season. They were so good last year. I just washed them. They're gonna be good again this season. How exciting. Yay. Then I'm just gonna pepper her up. And I have a little leftover block of, this is actually gorgonzola cheese. Is that maybe 3 ounces? And I just kind of smash it with my fingers. I did wash my hands. All right, washing the hands again. All right, my blackberries. And this is almonds and dried cherries. Well, this just looks amazing. This is going to be a delicious salad. It's very fancy for back salad. So that's nice. All right, I'll be back when the chicken's done. All right, welcome back to this clip. Well, I'm still making my salad, but the chicken's done. I'm just gonna get my salad out of the fridge. So what I like to do, of course, if I have the time, I put a little bit of the dressing And, oh, and I found I needed to use this last cucumber, so I've got little pieces of cucumber, Persian cucumbers. I just added it in there because it needed to be eaten. So, I will not use all of this chicken breast just because it's just so much. Anyway, so I put a little dressing. You saw me put the olive oil, and I put a little dressing on it as well. Then I just kind of toss it and put it in the fridge so everything can stay nice and crispy. And I'm just gonna, okay, it's not too bad. So, life update. I did not get that graphic design job that I posted. I think it was my last video. They went with someone who had interned there before a couple summers ago, who is going to be a recent grad this year. Congratulations. I'm glad you graduated. Sucks for me though. Anyway, so the job hunt, it's just been, so one more. So a little more than half of that chicken breast. It was a big breast. Excuse me. I'm just gonna put the rest of it in there. I'm actually gonna put it back over here. I'll just hang out with the other one. I cook 2 at a time. I will take the other half of that breast and put it in a keto wrap with some spinach and a little bit of cheese. And that's really good too. I've really been enjoying that. I'm very shocked that I like the keto wraps, but I'm happy I do. So, anyway, I should probably do a whole separate video on my job hunting. It's been interesting. It seems like, now, and I know I've said this so many times, I have been mainly my entire adult life been self-employed. And the first time I worked for this company I just got laid off from was the first time I've ever worked in a corporate environment. And it was fun. I'm adaptable, right? I'm adaptable. And, but it took this graphic design job I applied for. It was my first interview since being laid off. I think it took them a little over a month to even get back to me. But it's been like weeks and weeks for people to get back to me about, a full-time job. And my little part-time job, just came through, and I still want 2 part-time jobs, but now I'm back since I've already accepted a part-time job. I feel like I have chicken seasoning in my teeth. So here I'm in a position again. It's so much easier to find a part-time and weekend, not evening, night, weekend part-time job than it is a part-time morning job. And this graphic design job, and it was like half graphic design, half admin assistant. Like, a little bit of each. So it was a good blend for me, and I was real disappointed when they called me. But, it is what it is. You can't dwell on stuff. You just got to keep moving. But now I'm back in the position when it's hard to find a daytime part-time job. So this part-time job that I have now is, just seasonal for the summer, which is great because I'm still applying for jobs in other states, and my side hustles just don't make enough money to, allow me to live, comfortably off of them. But they don't cover all my bills, honestly. They don't. I wish they did. I wouldn't, you know, that's the dream, to work for myself again, but they don't. And that's reality. And reality is something that, you know, we can't romanticize, you know, because you have bills that come up every month. And you know, that's just life when you're, you know, not in the 1% or whatever that may be. Anyway, so it was real disappointing. But it's been amazing how long it takes. You know, there's so many, it seems like there's so many jobs out there. And remote jobs, there's so many scams. And I mean, at least I'm educated enough to know that it was a scam and not, you know, didn't waste any time on those things. So, you know, so unfortunately, not only are you looking for a job, you also have to research to see if the company you want to apply for is a scam. If it's a scam on Indeed or LinkedIn or Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, whatever. Flex Jobs, and that's a paid service. However, we gotta love Reddit, right? I went on Reddit, and that's also full of scams. So I'm definitely not going to pay for a job site that, you know, could potentially be scams, because I'm still in the same position. So, you know, if you are looking for a job and you're on, and go directly to where, we're going to say, I don't know, I'm just going to randomly come up with a name. Fully remote at graphic designer needed for plants.com. And you want to go directly to plants.com and go to the career tab and see if they're actually hiring. And it's amazing. At least 70-80% of the jobs that are remote, and some that are not, were, you know, there was no job listing on the website of the company, not Indeed. So always go direct to the source, you know, to save yourself a lot of wasted time. Even though it's a little bit more leg work, I save myself a lot of wasted time. And unfortunately, I don't know if I hope that people know to do that. You know, that, you know, anyway, it's amazing how this is, the life lessons I've learned off this are, you know, you can't buy it. You can't go to school for it. You just sometimes have to learn the lessons yourself in order to apply them to to yourself, or maybe help someone else out, you know, to keep them from being taken advantage of. And I can't stand for anybody to be taken advantage of. That is a big deal for me. So anyway, but here's my chicken cherry gorgonzola salad. I think the salad's going to be a staple this summer. And I always kind of gussy my salads a little bit, so bulk them up a little bit like that. Cucumber was good in there, and, you know, the extra blackberries. So anyway, just keep that in mind too when you're trying to, you know, bulk up a family meal or just for a meal for yourself. Unfortunately, salads aren't good left over. So if I fix a salad like this, it's my main meal of the day, and I only eat one main meal of the day. Like before my went to training this morning, I had like a banana and a mandarin, you know, and I was there for 5 hours training. So, and I was fine, but when I couldn't wait to get home to fix the salad and fix the chicken. So tomorrow, when I get home from training, I'll fix my Caesar wrap or something. But anyway, thank you for watching this portion of my video, and I'll see you soon. So I just wanted to insert another clip. That was an excellent salad. I almost ate it all. And normally I just, you know, eat what I want and then pick out the good, you know, pick out the good stuff. Cherry gorgonzola from Marketplace, from Walmart Marketplace. Delicious. Hello YouTube, welcome to this clip. So So I got something exciting in the mail. We're gonna open it together. If it sucks, I'm not showing it. That's all I'm saying. At least I know that if I do move forward with this design, it comes great. This packaging. I mean, it was $9 to ship, but you know. Okay. I'm preparing myself for the worst and I'm hoping for the best. You know, I didn't think this was going to come till for a couple more days, but it was, what a nice surprise to come home from the gym. Okay, I don't have my eyes opened. Okay, now I do. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to rip it. Well, I ripped it. Man, stop. There we go. Okay, I need to turn this way. No, I need to turn this way. It's gift wrap. It's kind of... That's kind of cool. It seems like it's pretty sturdy paper. The pixels. You can kind of see the pixels and the flowers. Look. I did this. You can definitely see the pixels and the flowers. Here's the original design. Can you see that little tiny? You can see the pixels in the flowers, in some of the flowers, the layered flowers. That, you know, this original design was supposed to go on a tote bag. It's cherry blossoms. It reminds me of my friend Michelle, you and your cherry blossom tattoo. That's kind of cute. Huh. Wonder why some of them, and what's wild is the one that's showing the pixels. The one that's showing the pixels is the base layer, which you would think that it would be the opposite from a graphics design point of view. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, some of them are great. Some of them are too pixelated. Cutie. Verbwear.com. I guess it should be verbwearandlifestyle.com. I don't know. This was just something that I was like, that would be fun. And yeah, cool. Verbwear.com. There's QR codes all over my page.